Okay, hi. I'm here with Amy Jocelyn. Amy, this is her first session. This is our intake interview. Hi, Amy. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing okay.
Did you find the place okay?
Oh yeah, it was easy.
It's easy to find?
Yeah, I just use Google.
Okay, you use Google. Okay, that's good. That's good. Any trouble parking or anything?
No,
Get the parking pass?
No, not at all. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Okay. So, Amy, why are you here?
I don't know. I just have like a lot of stuff kind of going on, and I'm just kind of just having a hard time with my feelings. It's just, I just feel like all I do is work, and I just been not feeling good when I'm not working, and been having trouble sleeping. And
Got you. So I got you. Got a lot going on there. Got a lot going on. So you said so. Let's start with the you said you have some issues at work. So what's going on at work?
Oh, nothing's really going on at work. I mean, I'm still able to work and do my job. I'm just, I don't know, like I haven't been making friends or going out for lunch or just doing anything like that. It's just been work and sleep or try to sleep. So
you've been kind of isolating yourself a little bit.
Yeah,
kind of keeping away from other people.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm just not feeling like reaching out to anybody or talking to anybody.
How long has this been going on?
Like 13 months, or I don't know. It's over a year at least.
Okay, that's fine. Over a year, huh? Has anything happened? Have you been going? You said you've been going through a lot of things. So let's start there. What have you been going through? Can you want to just tell me what's going on?
Well, I separated from my husband. We were married for 20 years, and
do you mind if I write this down?
No, yeah. Okay. So yeah, we were married for 20 years, and we have two beautiful children.
Children, okay.
But I think that's probably part of my problem. I haven't actually been seeing them or spending time with them either. It's just not just friends I'm isolating from. It's been my kids and husband too. I think because I'm just having a hard time dealing with the reasons that I left him. Just like a recent I don't know, a recent secret that I shared, and it's just making me uncomfortable, and I don't know, I'm just having a hard time coping.
I understand. That can be tough. When was the last time you seen your children?
I mean, I really only see them every couple of weeks. It's the more I see them, the harder it is for me to reach out to them, because it looks like they're having such a good time, and I feel like my depressed attitude and just the way I've been feeling, if I do spend time with them, it's just going to bring them down. And I've been kind of like stalking them on social media a little bit, and they just look really, really happy. And my husband's or ex-husband has been really doing a good job, and I don't want to mess that up for them, but I know that they need me and I need them, but I don't know. I've just been avoiding contact with them.
I understand. That can be painful. That can be painful. But you're married for 20 years. So you're married for 20 years, and then you got divorced. You don't see your kids very often. So that's a lot to deal with at one time for anybody. That would definitely put anybody in a depressed state. Absolutely. So are you on good terms with your ex-husband right now?
We still care very much for each other. We were together for 20 years. So, we do love each other. It's just that, our, relationship was not very, very romantic. We were more like roommates, and, I wouldn't want to say that we lacked intimacy, but I mean, we were intimate more like, on my part, it was more of like a duty than actual enjoyment.
Okay. All right. How long were you, you said you were married for 20 years. Where did you meet him?
I met him at an architect firm.
Okay. Oh, you're an architect.
I'm an
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So you met him at the firm. Okay, that's good. Did you guys just hit it off immediately, or?
Yeah, I really liked him. I mean, I thought he was a really nice guy, and I enjoyed his company, and he treated me very well. So,
Okay.
and I just knew that, him and I could build a pretty good, solid life together, foundation together. So, so I went for it.
Good. You went for it. So you went for it. Does that mean did you love him? I mean, you went for it. Sounds more like a chore.
Yeah, well, I mean, it turns out, we were together for 20 years and we were both very committed to the marriage, and we were monogamous, but it just, I had to just accept the fact and the fact that I'm gay. And so I came out as homosexual to him. Now that our kids are older, I felt like, I could kind of just be honest and maybe kind of get on with my life and give him an opportunity to live his life also, and I was tired of living a lie.
Okay.
And both of my parents had passed away, so I knew that, I wouldn't have to explain this stuff to them, and I just didn't want to live a lie anymore.
Okay. And
but as it turns out, it's more lonely than anything else.
Okay. How did your husband take it?
He took it really well. I mean, he wasn't exactly thrilled, but I mean, he wasn't, violent or anything like that.
Okay. And if you don't mind, if we can go back to just the past a little bit, if you don't mind, just a little bit of the past. So you said you married him, but you came out as being gay while you were older. Did you have any of these feelings while you were younger?
Yeah, I always was attracted to girls, and I had told my mother at a really young age that I was attracted to girls, but her and my father were very traditional type of people, and she told me that she didn't think that he would approve of me being quote unquote one of those people. So just because of my age and the way the world was at that time, she just didn't think that I should tell anybody else. So I didn't, and I didn't bring it up again.
Okay. So you did not want to be one of those people, is what you're saying.
Well, that was the impression that I got, was that those people, were not desirable, and that, I mean, that's what she told me, and it stuck.
Do you think if maybe your parents, if there was maybe more of a support network while you were younger, do you think maybe you would have come out younger?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay. Did you have anybody to share this with when you were younger, or do you have anybody to share this with now?
I mean, everybody kind of sided with my husband, like, I'm not going to say he was like, oh, poor me, but they don't, as a mother and just, the way the world is right now, people expect the mothers to have the kids if there's a separation. And, because he has the kids, that makes him a stand-up guy, and I'm the one that left. So, I'm the wrong person, and I'm the one that's wrong. And as far as like me being homosexual, I'm not trying to hear anything they're trying to say about that. No one's really said anything to me about that part of it, which is just, my personal, that's, but as far as sharing it with anybody else, I mean, I haven't really been making any new friends or anything like that. I've kind of kept the secret from my close friends, and I've gone on a couple of dates with some other girls, but they're not really dates, and I'm not really ready to like, tell the world what I'm doing. Okay. I'm just, yeah.
Okay, I understand. That's a big thing. I mean, you're married for 20 years. How did it feel when you came out? How did you feel?
I felt very relieved. Okay. And I was hoping for support, but it's a tricky situation because it's some people see it as no different than leaving your husband for another man. What's the difference? Well, I mean, but for me, the difference is that I wouldn't leave my husband for another man because I'm just not attracted to men.
Gotcha.
So that's the difference. But it seems like the way our friends see it, it's like I basically left my husband to go be with somebody else, which is not the case. I left my husband because I'm gay. So,
Gotcha.
and he's a man.
I got you. I got you. So you wanted to live that normal life, and you tried to do it, and you just eventually you broke down.
I did. Yeah, I did. And we have 2 beautiful children that we brought into the world together, and they're great kids, and we all love each other very much. And I do love my husband, and I know that my ex-husband, I know that he loves me too, but I mean, we cannot be romantically together. So,
I understand.
and I'm worried about what kind of effect that's going to have on my children as well when, if I start dating again, or I, find a girlfriend, to have to introduce them to my kids. So it just, all that stuff makes me want to just turn and run away and just not face it at all.
Okay.
I just wish things would go back to the way they were.
Okay. You want to go back to more of a stable life is what you're talking about?
I don't want this. That's for sure. I want things to go back to the way they were only because, I'm lonely but I was lonely then too. It's lonely being in a marriage when you're not, you're going against all of your instincts, and all of my instincts were that I don't belong with a man, and he deserves love and I deserve love, and we're not going to have that. So, and I don't know. I mean, both.
Okay.
I want it to come out, but I kind of want to go back also because it was easier and comfortable.
So what I want you to do is just take me through a typical kind of day. How does your day go? It's like from when you wake up in the morning. How do you when you wake up in the morning? What do you feel like?
I'm all right. I get up and I take my meds, and
I'm sorry, what medication are you on?
I gave you a med list.
Okay,
so
I got it from Dr. Wayne.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just get up. I get showered if I need a shower. I get dressed and get my coffee and I go to work. And at night I come home, and I used to kind of go out and have lunch and stuff with some of my girlfriends, but they're also friends with my husband, so we don't really go out for lunch anymore. And I go home, I maybe eat dinner and just, I don't know, go on social media and stalk my husband and kids, see how they're doing, and then that, which makes me just really sad, and then I usually just have a good cry and go to sleep and do it all again the next day. And on the weekends, I'm not doing anything. I used to exercise a lot, but I used to exercise 3 times a week, but I'm not feeling it. I don't even want to go to the gym. I don't want to see people. I don't want to run into anybody I know, I don't want everybody at the gym. I mean, I'm glad that I came out, but because I don't have the support of my ex-husband, which, I don't know why I thought I would get it right away, but it's been a year it's been a year, but I'm still not even able to enjoy the fact that I've come out and move on with that life, because I'm so stuck with my ex-husband and, the divorce and him having custody, and just me being sad that maybe I made the wrong decision. But those are the type of things that I'm having a hard time with, not knowing if I made the right decision or not. I know I did, but it still doesn't change the way I feel about it all the time. So.
Well, it looks like you've never really had support anyway from my angle. Your parents, you said your mother was not really on board with it. She told you to kind of hide it. So you've been hiding the secret for a very long time, and that can do a lot of things to a lot of people. And it looks like what happened is you've hid it as long as you could. And, not many people could have done what you've done. But what I want to talk to you about is also another thing. You said you were crying. Are you crying often?
Oh, every day.
Every day. Okay.
Every day.
Okay. So what do you want out of this so what exactly do you want out of this relationship, or out of our work? What do you want from this? What do you want?
Well, I just kind of, I want to figure out a way to just cope with my feelings of missing the way that things used to be, so that I can, kind of move past it and look to the future. Because, once I deal with all of these feelings of missing my kids, I can get on top of, building a relationship with my kids. I just need to come out from under this rock I've climbed under and just whatever, schedule, 3 times a week visitation or just something so that I know that those things will make you feel better, but knowing that is not helping me do it. But that's kind of, those are some of the things that I need to do. So I guess I really need to cope with the fact that my husband will probably never be okay with the fact that I'm gay and that our whole marriage was what he calls, a lie, even though it wasn't exactly, but, I guess it sort of was from his point of view. So I need to cope with the fact that he's never really going to accept it and that there's going to be a lot of people in the world that aren't going to accept it, but that I can still see my kids. I can possibly, have a meaningful relationship with another person in the future. I can leave work on time for once instead of staying late and just working and just kind of explore my new life, after divorce and after coming out. So that's kind of my hope. And then also I do want to kind of get back into going to the gym. I haven't been doing that. I haven't been taking care of my body. I mean, I've experienced quite a bit of weight loss because I'm really not eating because I don't have anybody to eat with. I'm cooking for one, and that's just depressing, anyways. So, I've been losing weight, but I'm not gaining any muscle or anything like that. So I'm just not even feeling physically like I don't feel attractive, mentally and emotionally, I'm definitely not attractive. So those kind of things, just kind of need to cope with some of that stuff and, kind of get a life, if you will, which is, yeah.
Well, I understand. I hear you, and I've got some good and bad news for you. So the good news is that there's a lot of evidence-based coping skills that we can help you with to help you with the crying and to help you with the feelings that you have right now, the coming out. So that's a good thing you came out. But the feelings of loss from your family and the feelings of loss from your children, I can give you good news is that there are evidence-based coping skills that we can help you with. But guess what, Amy? It's going to take some work.
Yeah, that's why I came, though. I mean, I waited long enough, and I'm definitely ready to put in some work because I cannot go on like this anymore. Okay. Like, I can't. It's been a year now, and it's not going to get, obviously, it's not just going to magically get better. So that's why I'm here, because I can't take living like this anymore.
Okay, you're not suicidal. You don't feel like you're going to hurt anyone.
No, not. I would never do that to my children. I mean, me being here is not so great either because I mean, I'm not really spending a lot of time with them. But I would never take myself fully out of the picture permanently. I mean, I will get there with seeing them in visitation and things like that. But no, I would never do that to my kids. Okay. And I want to live my life too. I mean, I look forward to getting over this hump and this bad situation and kind of just moving forward with my life. So yeah, no, not at all.
So I think what we need to do is we need to set some small goals. This is our first session. So what I think we should do is we need to talk about some goals. So I think that one goal would be we need to get you back emotionally stable. Okay. Because you sound like you took the testing that we gave you, it came out a little bit like you're depressed. So we need to get you, emotionally stable. That would be number one. 2, you did mention that you're physically active. That might be a good place to start. When you're working out, I know probably you've worked out for a long time. When you work out, you feel better. So that might be another place where we can start working as well too. And another thing, as far as your kids, it doesn't seem like you're seeing them as much as you want to. So I think another thing is maybe you can come up with if possible, have a better arrangement with your ex-husband to see your kids. That might make you feel more like yourself. I think that might be some things that we can work on.
Okay.
But I think the main thing we want to do is we want to get you to stop from crying all night. We want to get you better.
Okay.
And we have some, but it's going to take some work. It's going to take some work. And I think that what we should do is, we plan for a next session, and we're gonna work. We're gonna work, and we're gonna talk about some coping skills. We're gonna try to help you to, when you get those feelings of sadness, we're gonna try to have you not push them away, but to have them to use them in another way. For example, like if you feel like crying, maybe you could go for a run. Or maybe if you feel like sad, maybe you can call a friend. And we need to all talk about your social interaction because you are shutting yourself away. Is there somebody is there anybody you can talk to? Do you have any friend maybe you can, maybe?
Yeah, I had friends,
Okay.
you know, and I mean, I've been distant from them for, you know, basically like a year now, but I mean, they're friends that I've had for a long time. And even though I know I feel like I don't have any friends, I know that I do have friends, because a couple of friends have reached out to me and tried to contact me. So, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to return a text sometimes.
Okay. So I'm going to give you some homework. I know people don't like homework, but I'm going to give you some homework.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So 2 things I would like you to do for me. One, if you could just reach out to one friend, just one. You know, they may talk to you, they may not, but I want you to try and reach out to at least one. And I think maybe another place we should start is, I think you should start maybe going back to working out, maybe starting back small at a time. Maybe if you were a runner, start running a little bit. You think maybe that might help you a little bit at the beginning? And then if that helps, you know, our next session, we can go to maybe a little bit better things. And I think that, you know, you're a college graduate, you've been through 20 years of marriage, you definitely have what it takes to get better. You've done this before, you've gone through this before, and I think that with these coping skills, I think we can get you back to where you should be. And then also we need to address your new lifestyle as well, because you said you've been just kind of having the physical act and not relationships. So relationships seems to be a big issue here. Not just the loss of relationship with your husband, but you're not forming any new relationships. So that is a big issue with you right now, is relationships. You're not forming any new ones, and the old ones are a little shaky. So we need to work on that as well.
Yeah. Well, you know, I am still struggling with the you know, normal thing that my mom said to me. So I'm still struggling with that too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you know, I'm gonna have to not care about that if I'm gonna start building new relationships with new people and new communities and things like that.
Well, you know, last thing I'll tell you is, Amy, you are normal. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You are normal. Being homosexual is a part of being human. Some people are and some people not. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing deviant about it. It's just the way you are. And it's something you should be proud of, that you found out, you found out how you were and you were able to come out. And I think that you're going to find out, hopefully you'll find out that this will be beneficial to both you and to your family. And so we want to do a lot of things. We want to get you a strong bond with your family. We want to get you in maybe a possibly good relationship with your husband. Maybe you guys can be friends. If not, we want to get you back to relationships, building new relationships with new partners. We want you to be more comfortable at work. Stop avoiding people at work. I know you have a lunch pal, don't you? I bet you have a lunch pal. You haven't seen your lunch pal in a while.
Yeah.
All right, so we need to get you back to your lunch pal. And then at night, you know, instead of crying, we need to get you into doing something else. There's a lot of things. There's reading. There's hobbies to do. But we can talk about that during the next session. So I think what we'll do is we'll stop here. And I think what we'll do is, why don't we try that? Why don't you think about those things that we talked about? Maybe trying to reach out to some friends. Go to lunch with your lunch date. Go to lunch and start, and maybe try just one workout. Just do one. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah.
And then next week, what we'll do is we'll go from there, and we'll see. We'll go from there, and we'll dive a little bit deeper. What do you think?
That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Key.
Thank you.
Told you. Fucking easy, right?